In last class, we discussed about persuasive writing, how you need to write very neatly. And in today's class, we will discuss about most important thing. What is that? Measuring. How we can measure. That means usually water you will measure, petrol we will measure, diesel we will measure. So how scientists will measure? We will in this chapter. What is science means about all scientist works and how that scientist work. We need to learn and we need to become a scientist in all doing regular activities. We will discuss here. So measuring means here scientists will make accurate measurements, very correct measurements as they gather the data. They will gather the data and then they will measure accurately. And again after that they use different measuring instruments such as thermometer they will be having, and clocks, that means watch clocks, very fast running watch clocks will be there here. Watch clocks will be there, and scale they will use for measuring. And after that they use beakers, glass beakers, test tubes. So they use all the contents which are helpful for measuring the things. And these are most important: thermometer to check the temperature, clock to check the time, and scale to check the length and breadth of the thing. So like this here also you can see this girl is measuring the sketch pen with the help of scale. So measuring techniques means by using some standard methods. Then how we use the numbers here? In using numbers, scientists use numbers when they collect and display their data. They will display the numbers 1 2 3 data, and these are a b c terms, like that they will display their data. And understanding the numbers and the data will show the results in investigation process. That means for example if you are collecting some gold ornaments on the road, some members have made it to fall down. So you will just see that, and how many numbers are there, how much amount is there, 1 kg or 2 kg or 3 kg. You will just imagine by using the numbers. So this will help in a scientist investigation purpose. And how they are interpreting the data, then how you will use the data. They will use this data to collect, to organize, to display, and to interpret. These are the 4 steps are there in your exam. They will be asking here 1 2 3 4. So collect, organize, display, interpret. These are the 4 steps what scientists will use as they do investigation. Scientists will choose a very easy way to display the data that helps to understand what they have learned. So that means here some milk production is given here per unit year. Here countries are there, here milk production, this side milk productions are there, this side milk production is there. So New Zealand, you can see Australia, USA, Canada, Japan, and here it is one country Israel, India. So these countries are there here. So how much production is there? If you see, Israel is the first country to produce milk, and next one USA is the second country, and you can see India having more cows but the production is low. So here, to find very easy way, scientists will use they will collect, organize, display, interpret the data. And how using a number sense we will see now. Scientists will must understand that what the numbers they are used to represent. They compare the values. They compare the values as shown in the graphs, and they will measure with the help of scales, measuring cups, thermometers, beakers, and other tools they will measure. And how this sense of using numbers will be there means here, good scientists will apply their mathematical skills good scientists will be applying, and they help them to display the data and interpret the data. If you see here, cows, buffaloes, goat, donkey, and camel milk is there. Cow's milk is very higher here to represent, color not mentioned, but this is belong to the textbook you can see, and buffaloes here, and remaining. So which is first is cow's milk is more production in India, and second one it is buffalo's milk. After that some people will take a donkey, cow, goat, donkey, camel's milk. So good scientists will apply the mathematical skills in your school laboratory. You will have many opportunities to work like a scientist also. An exciting year of discovery also will be there in this chapter. And so in this class biology, in 8th class you already entered into that, so you'll be having a lab work. So you are indirectly scientist only. And we'll see safety in science. while doing experiments, investigations in science, one can be very funny, very fun will be there while doing the experiments here. And again we need to be very safe while doing that experiments. And here are some rules are there here how we need to make in science laboratory. First one, it is think ahead. So we need to study the steps of the every experiment or investigation, so that we will know what to do, what to expect to come outside. If you are taking a matchbox, so it will burn, that is what called as a thinking ahead. That means match, whatever you take, a pen, what you will think about, it will make us to write. So if you have any some questions, ask your teacher. You will ask your teacher, and you will ensure that you will understand the safety symbols. Sometimes danger symbol will be there like this, and sometimes do not enter science will be there. So you learn in your lab, not only here in your higher classes, say like that, in a intermediate exam, intermediate education like that, and you will learn like that, think ahead. And after that you will be having about next one, be aware. So what is the be aware here? We need to keep our area very clean. So if you are working on a table, means here we need to put that area very clean. And if you have a long hair, very long hair, if you have, means here that you need to pull it back and you need to tie in the lab, and so that it won't disturb your experiment. And don't roll, if you are having a full hands shirt, so you need to roll back it away from your experiment, otherwise the chemicals will fall on your dress. And oops means here, if you want to throw or break or cut something from your teacher, you must be very aware. Understood? So breakage will be there, as it is made up of very sensitive materials in the science lab. Always while doing experiments here, we need to use some goggles or spectacles, or we must be little away from our experiment. Why? Because if anything will fall in your eyes, it will be very dangerous, or otherwise you need to say immediately to your concerned teacher if anything happens in the laboratory. And next one, fifth one, it is yet never eat or drink anything during science activity unless you are permitted by your teacher. So you must not eat anything in the laboratory. Why? Because chemicals you are using, and the same time you are using food materials, means that will enter into your mouth, and warm things will be getting, and digestive related problems will be getting. So that you need to immediately inform to your teacher whether if you have taken anything from that chemical lab. And sixth one, it is protect yourself from the shock. So electrical appliances will be there here in laboratory in sometimes, and we must be not these tools, whatever these steps, whatever I am saying, it is not for only 8th class, for higher classes also. And be sure that electrical appliances, wherever it is there here, you must be very alert, and put them in a safest place. Don't even pull or plug out the outlet by using the cord. Understood? By using this wire, you must not pull out, you need to use this socket only. And after that, last one, it is Swachh Bharat. What is that? Keep it clean. Always we need to put our bench, whatever you are using that. Many times we will be saying here, this working bench, whatever you are using, the bench must be very clean. It must not be kept in a dirty region, and put everything back in their place, and wipe that area. Whatever you brought, for example beaker you bought or test tube you brought, you put it again back to the rack, and clean this working area, so that it will be very neat. And the secret of inventions and discoveries lies only identifying the problem. So for that, these all basic steps are important. Understood? Even Newton also discovered many things. Copernicus also discovered a heliocentric theory, and many why the things will fall down on the earth. Apple, when you throw, it will fall on the soil or on the land. How it happened, this was discovered by Newton. So these all scientists worked by following these simple things only, by making disciplinary acts irregularly. If you do, means you cannot become any valuable person in the future. Even scientist also you cannot become. And in next coming class we discuss about that would be the last class for this chapter, and I will be concluding that chapter here.